Hello. All right. I will not be so perky. And when I get my lenses uh, prescribed, I try to make sure that I have the non-glare going on so you can tell, what my eyes are saying to you. And in this case, it's very, very difficult to do. So I am apologizing. Today, I have decided to let you know what I have socially observed, and that is a lot of people are mad. And I'm not talking like angry and upset, I'm talking like insane because they feel cheated. And you can ask them, are you okay? And they're going to say yes, but deep down there's this serious vibe explaining to you, loud and clear, I feel cheated. And generally, the individual does not want to come out of this fortified infrastructure they've created on the basis to get the job, to look good, to be ready for love. And the perception is very, very much so of keen importance when one goes out and does normal day-to-day drawing from life. Just see what you get and, give back and exchange. The ball game is what we call it. And they feel like they need more money, and in this life where making money is really, really important, it's unfortunate that a lot of people don't come forward and tell you how to make money unless you buy their book and they make money off of you in retrospect. So we want to help people understand that they can get over being cheated. Now, there are some points I'm going to make. And I know that when it gets to different pains and dissimilar personality types, all right, one is going to require a different treatment for soothing those pains. I understand. Nevertheless, here are several good pointers for you. Number one, whatever you do, and whatever you think about, because you're overwhelmed and you're triggered, and you're filled with revenge and hate and wrath, etc., do not cheat back. Immediately, this is the opportunity to come clean and disconnect immediately. Next thing is you have to cognitively get it in your mind. I gotta move on. I'm gonna grieve as long as I need to, but I got to count the chips that I have. Oh gosh, one moment. Hello? Hi, darling. I can't take this call right now. Can I call you back in about 5 minutes? Okay, thank you. Bye. All right. So you need to move on and count those chips and find out the losses and find out the games, okay? There was a happy ending, I'm sure. But you feel cheated. So the next thing after you've decided I gotta move on is it's not worth mulling over and wondering to the purpose-driven life you got, so you gain what you can in life, really pinpoint via worrying of why you've been cheated. The next thing is you're not going to forget quickly. Give yourself time. As they say, the famous adage, time heals. And from off of that, please recognize that you cannot get into a new relationship because you are taking information into that space with another person, that which is going to be very detrimental. Next thing you want is, do not try to prove to other people what your unmet needs were and why this person is somebody that you're going to stay angry at. Instead, get back to yourself. That's the number one thing you want. And lastly, of course, reasonably love yourself within means. Now, I think all my Germany friends are really going to love this. And this quote comes from Vladimir Nabokov, I think the name is. He's a multilingual Russian linguist, and he was a poet, including a short story writer. This man was brilliant. He got into studying moths, and that's why I pull him out from historical famous quotations that I'm about to give you. Reason being, from his fixation to studying moths, he found a heart to become an expert in butterflies. So there you go. From the death, you reach the rebirth. His father was assassinated in Berlin, and Vladimir, had lived in Berlin. And he became very famous in his story writing once he reached Germany. He spent most of his life in St. Petersburg in a country estate where he incorporated his thinking with isolationist theoretical point of view, hence wanting to be mesmerized by moths and this shadow of creation that ultimately attains beauty. He said, quote, "Some people, I am one of them, hate happy ends." That happy ending. We all feel cheated. Hard, I guess, is the norm. Unquote. In the saying from Nabokov, one thing we can't afford to forget is that although you're harmed and you are fixated on the self-destructive relationships whereby you get cheated, those happy ends not only make you feel cheated, but they keep you cheated, as can you continually go back to the memories. I want you to know that you've got to get back to yourself, and that self that you are going to get back to comes from off of the cocoon, and what the moth becomes, what you become, your butterfly. Thus, you are not really cheated. You are a realist, and you will reinvent yourself.